Good day guys, Bing here. Today we're going to talk about the graphic display setting. Okay, so let's start. So first, let's create a project and let's model some wall, model a roof, attach, go to 3D view, maybe add a door, maybe add some windows, and that's it. That's our little house. Okay, so first if you go here, click on this. So what is this called? Visual style. Okay, so click on this little box, and here we have all these different visual style. So first, wireframe. So WF. If you type wireframe WF, this is wireframe. Okay, so it will be the whole model will become transparent. And then hidden line, HL hidden line. So this is original, so default setting. So hidden line. So most of the time it will be black and white with all the patterns, and you can add some color. So you can so for example, you can edit the wall type and edit the material. So you can add some background color. So for example, I'll use the solid fill. I'll put a color in this, so and okay, so you'll see it become with color and pattern in this hidden line view. Okay, so now let's Control Z. I'll change this back. Okay, so now let's have a look at shaded. So if I change it to shaded, it will start to show the color of the material. Okay, so the color comes from the material. So if you edit type of this wall and edit the structure and then edit this material, so you will see this color. Okay, and this is the background color of this, and then you can also see the pattern of this. Okay, so let me just click OK. So now there's another one, consistent color. So you will see if I use the consistent color style, so all the color, so for example this roof, all the color on each side be consistent, it's exactly the same. But if I change to shade, you will see it depends on the light setting, so it become slightly different. So you can see it lighter, darker, and also the wall, the color of the wall, so it's dark. It's probably because the light setting, the sun's over there. Okay, so now next one, realistic. So you will see the realistic when you change from shade, so for example shaded to realistic, so sometimes the color won't match. This is because if you go to the wall and edit the material, so the shaded and consistent color use the color, use the setting here. So for example this, but the realistic style use the setting here in appearance. Okay, so so for example you can have this appearance, so it has a brown color brick, shaded. You can check this one to match the appearance in realistic. So for example you can do this, so it will automatically match this color. But you can also change this one. So for example how about like make it gray. So if I make it gray and if I change this to shade, this will become a gray brick. Okay, so same consistent color, gray, and then change it to realistic, it become a brown brick. Okay, so and also the last one, ray trace. Ray trace is more like a very quick render. So if I use that, you will see Revit start to to work. Yeah. So this is a very quick render style. Okay, so without those lines, use the realistic material. Okay, so now let's just close this. Okay, so these are all the visual style, I think. So, and also you can go here, that's a lot more you can play with. So first, so if you go open this graphic display option, so the first one, you'll see all these styles. So we previously we talked about all these, they are the same. So you can change it here as well. Okay. Okay, so this here we have this option. So sometimes you want to show a model without any line. So this is quite good. So when you try to, have try to create some view, a massing view. Sometimes you don't want to see those lines. You can use this. Okay, so you can hide the edges. Okay, so let me just check this back, and this smooth line with anti sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. Anyway, so this one will make the line smooth. So if you apply, you'll see on the screen it becomes nicer. Okay, but when your model become huge model, and when you have very complicated model, this will also make your computer slow. Okay, yeah, just bear in mind. Okay, so now let's have a look at transparency. So this will make the whole model. I found this one is not very good because even I type in one, it looks like 80%, I think. Even I can't see the difference. So it looks like, so of course 100 will be like exactly the same as wireframe, I suppose. But when I try, only sometimes you this one, sometimes you only want a little bit transparency, but it seems like very transparent. Okay, so this is it. And then this one's I think I talked about this a few days ago. So this is quite useful, I believe. So for example, for this model, the line work is very thin. Even let me just type TL, thin line. Can't see the difference. Let me just change the scale to try to let me type TL again. Yeah. So now you start to see the line, but they are still under 1 to 500. They are still very quite thin. If I change it back to 1 to 200, they are just very thin lines. So this option, so you can create. So let me try maybe use wide lines. Apply. So you can see it gives us this line around this, but it will also create those lines in between elements. So for example, it will create these lines around this roof and also around these walls. And what we need to do, so for example, you have this one. Let me just make it 1.0. Yeah, even let's make it very thick line. Okay, so this one. So what you need to do is, so it's quite nice. I think it's quite good to when you try to do massing study or some concept design. It's quite good to create some shape, but you just need to go modify to remove this. So you go here, use the line work, okay, LW, and use not silhouette. Okay, so and then you can pick these. So now you only have the silhouette of the whole box. Maybe you need to do this as well, something like that. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a bit of work to make it look nice. Okay, I'll leave it for now. So yeah, that's it. So you still need, so see, you still need to do these. Okay, so let's continue. So go back to graphic display options. So now let's just close this one. We finish this one. Okay, so finish the model display. The second one, shadow. Shadow. Okay, so of course check cast shadow. So it's the same as this one. So see this one, you can just click this one. It's the same. But this ambient shadow, so it will so sometimes you can't see. So here, so you looks like there's not much difference of the so if I uncheck, no much difference. You probably can tell from here the window seal. But if you so create so internal view, so for example, I'll just hide HH this wall. You will see if I turn on the, let me just HH these two wall. Okay, so you can see these shadow. So these are the difference. So if I go uncheck this, so it will be the same color, same if you check this one, it will create these shadow depending on the light setting and also the location of, you know, it will become, so you can probably tell the corner, where the corner is a little bit darker. Okay, yeah, so have a play. Okay, so now let me just uncheck these two shadow setting and let's move on. Now let's go to sketch line. So this is very simple setting. So this jitter, is it jitter? So to make the line, you know, create these wobbly lines, yeah, and also extensions, so it will extend. So it's a little bit hard to see from this because line work. I'll just change the silhouette setting. So I'll just turn off the silhouette and then now you will see this. So this extension, and if I increase to 10, so you will see this line extend to the end. So this line extend. If I let me just change this to 0, so you will see this line extend to here. If I change to, so for example 4, it reduces the length. Okay, so and I'll just turn this off, and then if I do the jitter, so you can see the more. Okay, so yeah. So just have a play yourself. Usually, if I want to add some, you know, sketchy effect, I'll just roughly just put a little bit these, something like this. All right. Yep. Okay. So let's continue. I'll turn off the sketch. Okay. So okay, depths. I think we talked about depths as well. So it's used for elevations. Okay, so if I go to the north elevations, but we can't, maybe we need to model another one. So let me just copy this to there. North. So this is north, and it is, yeah. So we need if you want to see the difference, you will need to check the depth of the view. Where is it? Oh, here. So let's just clip without line, and then you have this option, so how far you want to see. So let's go back to the floor plan. So if we click on this view, so you can see this one, this little handle, you can control the depth. So for example, if if I place this one here, you won't be able to see this building. But if I place it here, you will be able to see both. So let's go back to the north view, and so from this view you won't see any difference. Okay, you don't know which one's in the front, which one's at the back. So if you turn on the depth, so go to graphic depth, so show depth. So sometimes I will just add a little bit to this. So the front, the 20% at the front will always show 100% black line, and then only start to half tone from the 20%. Okay, so apply, and then you will be able to tell this is half tone, this building is the one at the back. Okay, yeah. So okay, so let's move on. So let's go back to 3D view, and once again graphic display setting. We talked about depth, lighting. Okay, so lighting is very useful for sort of study and for shadow overshadowing, all this. So usually what you do is before you do the shadow, of course you need to make sure your building is located correctly, which means you need to make sure the true north is correct, and also so the location of this building so roughly correct. So okay, so this is the location. So you need to place the building. So for example, if this I'm in Australia, so I don't worry too much about either Canberra or Melbourne, but it's at least it's all Australia. But yeah, sometimes you just need to make sure, so it's better just place in the correct city. So if this building is in Melbourne, just put Melbourne in it. So now once you set the location, and also you need to make sure the true north is correct, and then you will be able to play with the sun setting. So let's go back to the lighting. Click on the in session lighting. Okay, so you have this option. So the first one, stills, you can just pick a time. So for example, summer. Let me just pick the spring. Okay, so you can just use this one. So in Australia, spring is I think it should be 21 of September. Yeah, afternoon, and you can pick time. But you can also go to single days. So this way you can pick a day. So for example, I'll pick the equinox spring 21, and you will have the option to choose so start in time. So for example, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Okay, and then you can choose to where you want to cast your shadow on. So sometimes you just want to you can use ground floor, but sometimes you don't your site. So for example, your site is not on the ground floor. So let me just click on OK, and so you will see it start to change the tone. So because currently we are in the shaded view. So if you turn on the let's click OK. So turn on the shadow, you will be able to see this the shadow. So, and also once you turn on the shadow, you will be able to click on this sound path. Okay, so click on this one. You have this option, so preview solo study. Okay, so click on the previous solo study and then go up here. So this is some setting it's very useful for your shadow study. So you can see this is 2010 September 21st, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you click on this one, it starts to change the shadow. So now this is afternoon, and then 3 o'clock. Okay, so and also yeah, you can, once you change this one, you can so this is a 3D view on the here, and you can right click, duplicate, and just play with that and create different time, but exactly the same 3D view. So this is very good, very good, very easy to use for your for your shadow styling. Okay, so now let's go back to this graphic display option. So lighting. Let's have a look again. There's a lighting option. So you can we have the single day, or you can use a multiple day. But yeah, it will be similar. But lighting. So this is option. So you can sometimes you don't really care about the shadow. You just want to have cast some shadow on the building. You can use this option. So you can, so for example, I'll just top right, and okay, the light is from there. So top right, and let's use top left. That's it. Okay, and so let me just explain this. So currently it's ground floor. So there's no floor at all. So you will see I didn't model floor. Okay, but the shadow is casted on the ground floor level. So if I change, oh, wrong one, sorry. If I change the lighting setting and uncheck this one, which means this shadow, you won't see the shadow because there's nothing on the floor. So it will only show the shadow if I model a floor on it. So you will see that's a shadow, but if I delete the floor, you won't see the shadow. But if you have that checked, so if I go to lighting, if you check this one, so and apply, okay, so now if I delete this one, you can still see the shadow. Okay, so that's what's that setting for. And of course you can choose different levels. So for example, I can choose the level 1 and this shadow. So this is the shadow casted on level 1. Okay, so let's just change this back. Okay, so, and click OK. Oh, sorry, let's go back. And now we finished the lighting. This. Okay, so these are used for render. Okay, but I haven't done any render in Revit for 5 years already. Not quite sure about this setting. Maybe you can have a play. So usually just go click on this one. These are all the, I think it's similar setting of these. So I'll do a very quick one. So render this view, and this should only take a few seconds. Yep, so that's this one. And now how do I do it? Go back? No, I can't. Save to project. I forgot how to use this one. Anyway, let me just show the model or show the render. Oh no, let's close this one. Go back here. Let's see if I can do. I can't do anything. How do I use this? I don't know. Okay, I'll leave it to you. Okay, I'll leave it to you. Enable photographer exposure. Maybe I need to use a realistic view. I don't know. Yes. So looks like we need looks like we need to pick realistic view, and then we will be able to do this. I'm not sure how this works, but can you see the difference? No, too hard, too hard. I'll leave it. Okay, I'll leave it to you. So the last one, background. Of course, it's very easy. Let's try. Okay, so sky, apply. I can't see the sky, but if I rotate this view and see, oh, that's nice sky. Maybe I'll click here so we can see. Looks on the looks like an elevation. This is quite nice actually. Let me change to shade. Still same. Okay, so now let's try a different one. Background, sky, gradient. Okay, so this is default setting, gradient setting, and you all know that I like to use my color. So this is my setting. Okay, so just this one. Gradient with that color. And also let's try image. So looks like we can pick an image. Not sure what image I have, but so let's find some nice image. Okay, I can't find a good image to use as a background, but okay, let's just what's this one? Okay, I don't know what that building is, but let's just click OK, apply. Okay, so that's not very realistic, but anyway, maybe it's you can just somehow set this to be a background, and then yeah, roughly let's demolish that building. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's change back. This is ugly. Okay, that's much nicer. So that's it. That's all these setting in graphic display option, and I think that's it. If you have any question, please let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.